We must work quickly.
Siphoning gas from every
So
car
this
in the
is
whole
my
will take
commentary slash guide for Kamchatka 1,
in a
aka
few
Dead of
days.
Winter.
It'll be too cold to make these runs.
This is considered one of the hardest maps in the game, I think. Which, yeah, I guess it is.
He's not hiding anymore.
It's although I would say I don't think any of the maps really are hard if you use team play and play effectively, like you use your class effectively,
We don't have any other
and
teams
you
out
share
here, do we?
the workload and help each other,
I don't know why we even carry
which
these
is
radios.
very often
Be
a
ready for
problem.
contact.
Which I'll talk a lot about in this game. I think on this map, on all the Kamchatka maps really, it's a huge problem if the support classes don't play support, because almost all the defense parts on these maps have objectives that can be overrun, and that is very likely to happen if nobody plays support. So what do I mean by playing support? I mean
What did I get?
that the support classes, medic, fixer, vanguard, slasher,
Take this defense kit.
drone master, should focus on
Auto threat set.
side spawns, back spawns, and specials during the defense parts, because that allows the DPS classes, Gunslinger, Hellraiser, Exterminator,
This
to do
electric
a lot
grid
of damage.
powered up.
Like, the DPS classes can't do damage without the support classes playing support, because the good positions will be overrun and they'll constantly have to deal with side back spawns or specials. I think people join during this first defense. There's 3 medics in this game, as far as I remember.
Loading fresh ammo.
Your role as a support class is basically to enable the DPS classes to do as much damage as possible.
I see a hider.
It's also very important to be ready on time, which is also a huge problem. A lot of people start using breaching charges or run around looking for resources when the horde starts. You have to be ready in a good position when the horde starts, because the first 10-20 seconds is when you have the best opportunity to thin out the horde, because there's no side spawns or specials yet, so you can just use the defenses or stand in the best possible position to do damage. I like having the grids here on the sides where the specials come over. I mean, having them in the middle isn't bad, it's just I think they help more on the sides. I just played a game on this map where a slasher stood by the middle, on the middle grid, the one that it isn't down in this game, with his chainsaw out for all 4 chords, and yeah, he got some kills, but slashers need to realize that the rest of the team want to kill as many enemies as possible, as close to the spawns as possible. And yeah, that was because I've been playing Vanguard since the new patch before I played this game, so I was trying to pull out my shield there, and that didn't quite work out. But yeah, a lot of slashers have been frustrating me recently. It's like they don't realize that the rest of the team want the enemies over there and the team over here, and they don't want here and there to be the same place. We want to kill the enemies at spawn as much as possible. We don't want to wait around with a chainsaw until they overrun the objective and everywhere else.
We help their people, then deal with the command.
A lot of slashers don't seem to realize that. Not that they're the only ones who play in annoying ways. But like I said, be ready in a good position when a defense starts, and it makes all the difference, because then the objective team won't be overrun. With 2 good DPS players, you can basically keep them at spawn.
Check it out.
At least very close to it.
Something punched a hole in the stern.
If you have 2
try that way.
good DPS players and a couple of players that play support, you can have really good control of the map at all times.
Take a look at
And
this.
objectives being
Searching the
overrun
Check it
or
out.
anything else shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, another thing a lot of people don't seem to get, another thing I want to complain about, is that a lot of people don't help during the fights outside of the defense parts.
Yes, I found it. Flamer refilled.
I think they were helping here. This wasn't a good example of that, but so often players take damage or even die because people keep looking for resources or whatever, breaching charge spots that don't exist. I don't know what it is they're looking for often. When they can hear the sound that a wave of zombies and round of specials is coming, so we have to fight now. They just completely ignore that.
We got a boom! Screamer is silenced! Grenade going out!
And that leads to a lot of people taking damage, or worse.
Still a bad taste from our Kamchatka welcome party. Take a look.
Take a look at this.
There's a fuck.
What?
Any other ideas?
Elevator, through this door.
I'm for Big Dad.
No power in the elevator.
There's a backup generator in the engine room.
I actually don't think being loud is that much more difficult than not being loud. If there's 4 people sharing the workload and helping each other with killing the zombies and specials. But the problem is that for 90% of the time,
We need to
you're not 4 people fighting. It's just the person closest to the enemies that is fighting. There's 3 people
Need a refuel.
looking for stuff while they can hear that bulls and infectors and whatnot are attacking a teammate, but they're just ignoring it because they want a better weapon or whatever. Get that
Flavor
in
tank is
20
full.
seconds when you've helped your teammate kill the specials or whatever.
He's not hiding anymore.
This is also a part where people
The door's clear.
very often spread out too much and don't help like take the different areas. I think you should start at the top really and just take that area.
Reloading.
You can use the rooms with a long hall to camp in.
Melted. The door's
This
clear.
one and the one I'm shooting into now. I think you know what I mean. The other one with the long haul. But yeah, I've gone down and died somewhere in here a lot of times because
Flavor tank is full.
people keep running around looking for stuff instead of at least staying 2 and 2 together so you can help each other. Because the spawns are somewhat spread out, so it's not like you can easily control the enemies because they only spawn on one side. Most of the time they spawn in 2 different locations here, so you're often getting
The
attacked
door's clear.
from different sides.
Found a creeper. Check it out.
Oh yeah, and don't take the flamethrower if you don't know your way around down here. That's super annoying.
There's one hiding. He's not hiding anymore.
But like here, I could be getting into trouble because there was also a high chance that they were spawning behind me. This is the other place to camp, if need be. But watch out, there can be a lurker behind me.
It's here. Moving to the generator.
Lurkers spawn back in there, so be careful if you run in there to camp. You can also have... Not sure if they fixed it, but you can have sentries or mines spawning in there after you've already been in there. So the next time you run in there to camp, you run into a mine or there's a sentry shooting you.
Ammo refilled.
It's working. Check the elevator.
I think it's telling about just how bad the team play is in this game that, like, gathering people somewhere in the map so you can progress or finish the map is often hard. It's hard on the new maps because people can't find their way around, but it's not exclusively a problem with the new maps. It's any map where you need people to gather in an end zone or something, or just gather to progress. You'll have problems getting everyone together. There's always one. Okay. So for the final,
Take this to Dima.
you want a machine gun pointing in each direction. There was one on the left, so I want one on the right.
Locked in.
Thank God. Get them out. Stay behind us.
Door.
We'll leave. Wait. We don't have what we need.
I don't know if it really helps closing the doors.
A few more minutes.
It's
Hurry.
something
We'll
I
hold
do
them as long
hoping
as we
that it
can.
helps, but I'm not sure if it actually does. No good weapon.
Over here.
Without being totally sure, I don't think the 2 penetration blue coin advanced SMG works. At least it feels like it's not
Breaching
2
charge
penetration,
coming down.
because all the other 2 penetration weapons kill way faster in pyramids than that does.
Look, a medikit.
So I suspect they forgot to actually put the 2 penetration on it. I'm not sure, but I am guessing. Very good to have a grid there.
Let's see them get past this.
And the one I'm standing on now.
Pouring in from the bow.
I often just use machine guns really to help with ammo, so I don't have to resupply or run out of ammo on my primary during the defense. Because if I only use my primary and equipment maybe, I might run out of ammo. This is a pretty good spot. Now I can hear a bull on my right. I'm not totally sure. He might be coming up the stairs. But this is the kind of stuff that he's there now. I'm guessing he came up the stairs. That's the kind of stuff that the medics and other support players should be focusing on. Well, is cleaning up the stragglers and intercepting the specials. The whole killing specials when they bump into you is not that helpful to your team. What you want to do is, when you hear specials, is intercept them before they reach any of your teammates. So none of your teammates are bothered by them, because even if you kill a special sometime, if the special got to push a DPS player out of their position, so now they suddenly can't do damage anymore, and they can get into the position again because it's overrun now. Then that's a bad thing. Even if he didn't do damage, he pushed. He prevented you or your teammates from doing a lot of damage. So get rid of specials as fast as possible, preferably intercept them before they ever bother your team. This is another place where I have experienced many times that people don't know how to, or a lot of players in this game, don't seem to get that if somebody is solving problem A, you should solve problem B. By that I mean, if I'm covering one direction, you should cover the other direction. But they don't seem to get that. And then you get damaged from behind by the blue stragglers coming from behind. Here you can see it's very hard for me to play DPS because the free medics aren't helping me do that. Luckily, I could do the damage with the grenades. Anyways, support classes focus on side backspawns and specials and kill them as fast as possible, not after they pushed you off defenses or good positions. DPS players can't play DPS if the support players don't play support. And remember to be ready on time. If there's 5 seconds to the until the breaching charge, 5 seconds till the horde arrives and you have a breaching charge, you don't get to use that breaching charge, because if you're away for the first 20 seconds of the horde, the objective or the team is gonna be overrun and it's gonna be a mess. You don't want that. You want to control the enemies by killing as many as possible, as close as possible to spawn. Anyways, that was Dead of Winter.